Well, we made it to the weekend edition. A lot of cool charts to look at this time around. Let me introduce myself. My name's D7, owner, founder of Grok Trade. Weekend edition, good through Sunday. July 23rd, 2017. Markets on Friday in the day, all in negative territory, but bouncing off session lows. Crude oil down 2.8%. Gold higher by 0.9%. Silver higher by more than 1%. Fear, though, decreasing by 2.3%. All right, a lot of charts to look at. The daily chart on Friday. Now listen, Thursday we had hanging man reversal pattern. On Friday we had a lower high and a lower low on the S&P 500. We're watching the S&P 500. Now, for clarity, guys, I use a software. It's an online software called TradingView, tradingview.com. That's the charts. The arrows that you see are calls that I make publicly. So if I make a call, I add a sell or a buy at these different locations to help people understand what it is that I am seeing in the markets. And you'll see that on all the charts. And anyway, that's what we're looking at. Now, on Friday, we got a gap down. We started breaking down, but we rallied by day's end, still ending the day in negative territory. But we are above this support line. The weekly chart, this is the problem on the S&P 500 ETF called our Spider. The weekly chart came up, smashed its head into two resistance lines. And then people sold into that and came right back down. Now we're at major resistance. Guys, that's going to be a tough area to chew through next week. Big, tough area to get through. Okay? Not going to be easy. But if it does, that just shows the strength of this insanely powerful market we have been in. Okay? So very dangerous area. All right. Monthly chart, we're just up, and we continue our upward march. Very impressive. The diamonds, the daily chart, we gapped down, we broke support, but we rallied back. Now we have a hammer at support. Now, what you're seeing here, guys, is a rising wedge, but we're at support on this rising wedge. If you look here, we do have a bearish divergence on the MACD. Rising wedge. This is very bearish. It should break down. It had a chance to break down, but we could get a little bounce here on the daily chart next couple of days, Monday, Tuesday perhaps. But this overall, for it to get stay bullish, it needs to break over this trend line and do so with power. The weekly chart on the Dow, or the diamonds, I called it a buy last week. However, we're pausing below a support line. I thought we had broke over that support line, but then we pause below it. So I may have to put a sell on this fairly quickly. Anytime you chop around sideways, these calls, you can just throw them out the window. They're almost useless. Sideways movements are hard, but once you can start trending, these calls start to make sense, right? If you're trending. But the sideways stuff, very difficult. If you go to the monthly, what's interesting on the monthly here, and this is important that we know this, the month is just about to wrap up. So we have how many more days left of the month? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 days left, trading days, 6 trading days. The question is, are we going to close the month, close July over this area of resistance, or below it? If below it, big time resistance area, expect multi-month down leg, okay? Multiple months pulling back. That's what should be expected, or it could build a high base, of course. Nasdaq, if you like to trade tech stocks, here are the cues. We had this gap down on Friday. We started to break down below this support area, but we rallied back. So it's building kind of this high base, which is looking pretty bullish for the most part. The weekly chart on the Nasdaq, last week called it a buy, boom, and we continue higher. What's nice for the week, it closed over this area of resistance last week. So quite powerful. Very nice, decent volume also. Now the week has 6 trading days left. Last week I called it a sell, but this week we popped it back higher. So because of that, I have to switch my call to a buy. That was a false alarm. I was a little early, and I said that. I said I might be a little early to the party, calling, oh, this is a month. Hold on, the month's not over with. I can't call that yet. What am I doing? Hold on, this is a month. And I said last month I said I was a little early to this. So let's see. If this thing bleeds out and then closes below this area of support, that'd be a sizable sell-off in the tech market. If that happens, then expect a multi-month downdraft. Okay. Now, small caps, Russells. A lot of times the Russells, guys, can show us the future. Okay, the Russells, I did put a sell on the daily. The daily was above this area of resistance, okay, and then it's dropping. Now, remember, I had a sell on this. It did go up. It's like a double sell on it now. Let's see if that actually comes to fruition. I'm going to take this line, go to this swing high, making sure it still makes sense. Technically speaking, do another line here. Do another line, see if that makes sense. So see, it broke over these lines and then came back. So anyway, that was quite a run. It's a rare occurrence to see it pop, and then anyway, in the scope of this video, I'm not going to get into all the technical anomalies that I'm seeing at this juncture, at this high. That's more of a mentorship level thing. I mean, we do mentor. We have a class coming up in August. You should join us. Okay, so we have a sell on this. This is a sell on a daily chart on the small caps. If we go here to the Russell 2000 weekly, the interesting thing is, oh man, look at this. Go to a line chart. A line chart. If I do this to this swing, okay, I'm going from that swing to this swing. Let's go back to a candlestick. So we are still at this resistance. I called it a sell. We went sideways last week, and then this week we popped higher. I should put a buy on this week, but I can't do that yet because of this line. Resistance, resistance. We closed with that red line right below it. So I got to stay with my sell on the weekly. Now the monthly, what does that tell us? What do we see? Here's the problem. We popped up. We tried to pop up. Now, the only way to break this area of resistance is if we break it within the next 6 trading days. This is a monthly chart. If not, we have a really, really good chance of this thing starting to drop on the monthly chart. All right, let's look at the banks quickly. Daily, called a sell. Popped up and then has since bled out. This is a huge candlestick. Big gap up on the banks. Sold off, breaking this area of support and this major trend line coming up. Oh, whoa. So my sell is hugely, I mean, paying off nicely. Okay. Let's look at the weekly chart. The weekly hasn't broke down yet. So last week called it a sell. We have dropped. We have the 20-week moving average and a big support line. If it breaks this area, this would be a symmetrical triangle. Break it down and expect huge volume and a big move to the downside. However, it is at support, so the weekly could rally back. But looking at that daily chart, guys, that's okay. Let's see if we can find anything. On the monthly, had a sell, and then we called it a buy, and we just stalled. Looking a little bearish, but I cannot put a sell signal on this, not yet. But if this bull pullback and it popped and it fails to continue, that is eye-opening. That's no good. Now, let's go here. What we're looking at are the financials. Financials have a sell on it, and it's drifting downward, but to me it looks like it's wanting to go higher, like the financials are wanting to go higher. Let's see if we can get anything with the weekly. See, the weekly is pulling back, but it's more like a high base, like it's wanting to pop higher. So the financials are looking bullish to me when the banks are looking bearish. So quite a, oh boy, quite a set of circumstances here. Yeah, okay, and if you look here at the monthly, popped up, I called it a buy last month, boom, and we're going higher and higher. But we're pausing here at a resistance level with a doji. Anyway, yeah, there we are. Let's take a quick look at the dollar. The dollar dailies, I called it a sell, and then we crash, and just snapping support, continuing down. But I foresee we should start heading up pretty soon. The dollar should start getting bullish. I expect to put a buy on that fairly soon. The weekly chart on the dollar, oh man, I called it a buy, but then immediately I had to turn around to a sell, and it broke this area of support. So the weekly dollar is just big time weak. The monthly dollar, called it a sell back here January 1st, January 2nd, and then it's crashed and crashed and then crashed. That's a rising wedge breakdown. That's what should happen, a rising wedge, bearish divergence, significant drop. We do have an area of support here on the dollar monthly that would bring us about right here, and we have another one right here. Let me tighten those up just a bit to make sure they are spot on. There and there. Okay, I feel good about those areas of resist or support. Okay, crude oil. Oh, on Thursday called it a sell and then crashed down on Friday. It's heading down, and it broke a support line. Oh boy, I should show that to you just so we can all see it. There's the support line that it broke. We'll go to a line chart. You'll see support, broke support. Broke support. There it is. Okay. A weekly chart on oil. Called it a buy. Higher high, equal high, higher low, but it's in the red. This could be a bear pullback and it could start dropping. I will put a sell on it if it does in fact do that, which it looks like it's going to. Gold daily chart, called it a buy back here July 11th, and boy, boom, over all major moving averages right now. Gold is on fire. If you look here at the weekly, last week called it a buy, boom, and then this week, boom, closing above all major weekly averages, but we have a weekly trend line that we will deal with. That should be problematic for us. Get another trend line drawn in here because we can. There's our symmetrical triangle. Beautiful symmetrical triangle. And yeah, that's where we were at on the weekly. The monthly, I called it a sell this month. See this? Last month, sell. Boom. And we did make a lower high and a lower low. We got near the support level, but we rallied back by month's end. This looks like it's ready to break out to the upside. This thing could be, it looks like it did break. It looks like it broke it right there. Okay, let's see. Do I want to reverse that call? Man, do I want to put a call on that? Might be a little early, but I'm going to do that. Monthly. Wait, hold on. I know better than that, Des. Real names Des. It's a monthly. That thing could 6 days. Will it stay above that or drop down below it? That's very important here. Okay, very, very important. Yeah. Okay. Silver on the daily, call it a buyback here. Boom, up. Now it's at resistance. It is at a resistance line on the daily chart. Silver is at resistance on a daily chart. But on the boom, I called it last week buy. Look at this. We broke over area of resistance. This thing could get really, really bullish and quickly on the weekly chart. Monthly chart, let's go there. Monthly is down, down, down. I called it a buy, and I'm going to stay with my buy. See how it hammered out, got down here. It, at one point, was looking pretty poorly, but it rallied back by months in above support, and this thing could break out nicely. Watch this month, man. This is kind of a key week going for precious metals, but things are setting up quite bullish across the board for precious metals as a whole. And quickly look at VIX. That's the monthly. Quickly look at the weekly VIX. This is the fear, by the way. Fear's been bleeding out the last couple of weeks. And the daily VIX, called it we just keep bleeding out. We're just historic, I mean, just low lows. Anytime you're under 10 on the VIX, the fear, that's quite bullish in the markets. Now, a quick look, if you're still with me on this video, I'm going to reward you by looking at some tech stocks, which are kind of fun. Let's go and look at some tech stocks. The whole purpose of me doing this, people are like, why do you do videos every day? I've been doing this since 2004. Nobody has been doing trading videos longer than me. They just haven't. I was the first person to get them started on a regular daily basis, and I've continued 19 years later in my trading. Well, 19 years I've been trading, but since 2004 have I been doing that. So what is that, 12 years, 12, 13 years that I've been doing trading videos. And the question is why? Well, it's because I'm hoping to build your trust. I'm just hoping to build your trust. And if you trust me, then you'll let us mentor you. That's the whole game of this. Now, why do I want to mentor? Why as a trader do I want to mentor? Because I do trade. I'm a trader first, but I teach second. Because I'm passionate about people that want to learn how to trade and do it the right way. It's not about reading books. It's not about going to seminars or scouring the internet. Oh man, it's like learning to fly a plane. You've got to go to ground school. You've got to have a flight instructor. Flying the plane and learning to trade is the same thing. And I found out that mentoring is the shortcut to really learning how to trade and do it successfully. But you can find information there. That's my purpose. That's why I do all this. Okay, Apple daily chart up. It pulled back. As long as it stays above these moving averages, Apple should be just fine. But we have earnings coming up. Keep in mind, weekly chart, called it a buy. Boom. We have started going higher here. And the monthly, it's high base. It's looking good. And let's go to Amazon. Take a quick look at that. Amazon looks just like Apple. So nothing to speak about there. Baba still looks good. Baba, boom, and then up, a little pullback. As long as it stays above that, that's good. But the problem arises with this rising wedge. That is a rising wedge. So this could get squirrely, something to watch for. Let's see, any others? eBay dropped quite a bit. I got a buy on that. I might stick with my buy on eBay. Facebook, I got a buy on that. That's still good. Google, got a buy on that. Still good. Google with an L, Alphabet, got a buy. Still good. GoPro, I have a sell on that. I'm still good with my sell, actually, on GoPro. However, the weekly is looking pretty good. Or wait, that's Amazon. Hold on. Let me get back to GoPro. Weekly, yeah, so it's just, yeah, it's not looking great. Okay, and let me see what else. Microsoft, Nvidia, people like that one. I got a buy on this one. You can see Nvidia up, continuing higher. The weekly looking nice. We have earnings coming up, and that's on the 7th, August 7th. But you know, all's looking well. All is looking well. Monthly chart on Nvidia is just on fire. Nvidia is just on it. PayPal, I have a buy on PayPal, but that could start to drop on us, guys. Weekly, PayPal has been doing very, very well. Monthly, PayPal has been doing very, very well. Oh, I need to get rid of some of these lines. Clean it up a little bit. Red Hat, daily. Got a buy on that. Still good. Oh, wait, that's PayPal. Ooh. I got a buy on Red Hat higher. It's building a high base, still above moving averages. I'll stick with this, but this could start to break down. Red Hat could start to break down. Snap is down another almost 3%, 2.75%. So I got to sell on that. Out of all the tech stocks, I only have one sell going, and the markets are going higher, but I've put a sell on one, and that's the only one crashing and burning. Yeah. Twitter, the only reason I'm not putting a sell on Twitter right now is because it's above a support line, so I'll stay with my long on that. So there you have it. The next slide after this video is our stock picks. If you want to be part of that, that's how you do it. If you like it, like it. Catch you guys later.